Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into this one. Yep, here we go, folks. Joey has joined the lawsuit to get an extra year. I told you, folks, this was coming. We covered this over the last couple of months, that you could just see this was coming. And the fact that Joey has joined the lawsuit does not surprise me
in the slightest.
And here it is. Diego Pavia's attorney filed an amended complaint against the NCAA's JUCO rule. Joey Aguilar added as plaintiff. Boom, baby. It says Vanderbilt's quarterback Diego Pavia's attorneys filed an amended complaint against the NCAA's JUCO rule. Tennessee quarterback has been added. The expectation was multiple new plaintiffs would be added to the suit. Of course, they would be. Pavia has previously said he's not seeking another year of eligibility, but adding plaintiffs would allow them to benefit from a potential rule change. Aguilar is one of a handful of new plaintiffs, including Trey Richardson of Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech linebacker James, don't know how to pronounce that, DeJoncum. All right, now we've been talking about this for weeks and months, honestly, and I have felt like Joey was going to be our quarterback next year at Tennessee because it only made sense. When you see the ruling or the injunction that was given to Diego Pavia from the federal judge in Middle Tennessee, that he was almost certainly going to win that lawsuit, or high likelihood, I believe, was the judge's terminology. And I believe his exact verbiage was that he had a strong likelihood of winning his underlying lawsuit against the NCAA. The injunction allowed him to play in 2025. And that was Judge William Campbell, and we've talked about him from the Middle District of Tennessee when he issued the injunction. The judge determined that Pavia's claims that the NCAA eligibility rules likely violated federal antitrust law, aka the Sherman Act. And a judge typically won't do an injunction unless they feel like the plaintiff's going to win. Well, now with Joey involved and adding his name as a plaintiff tells you, yeah, he wants that extra year. Why would you not? I mean, he's flying high right now. He's leading the SEC in yardage thrown, touchdowns, all that. And Tennessee has the number one offense in the SEC. So it makes perfect sense for him to want to continue on and make really good money. Because if he goes to the NFL, maybe he gets drafted, maybe he doesn't. He could end up being an undrafted free agent, or he might end up being in the 5th, 6th round. You're not going to get a good shot in the NFL if that's the case. You're probably going to end up being a journeyman at best and then get cut. If you come back to Tennessee, you're going to make a couple of $1 million. You get to be the starter almost certainly, and you're the big man on campus.
Oh, right, the big man on campus. Come on in, Doug. Marcia, Doug's here.
Now, I know what you're going to say. Why is this any different than Diego if Diego's not looking to come back another year? Well, he's already used up his 4 years in Division I, okay? And this is Diego's history. 2 years at New Mexico Military, JUCO, then 2 years at New Mexico State, and then his 2 years at Vanderbilt. Well, New Mexico State and Vanderbilt are Division I. That's 4 years. Those are the rules. The big difference with Joey Aguilar is very simple. It's right here. He was in California. He redshirted and then missed a year of the virus, so none of that counted. That was in California. Then he went to Diablo Valley, 2 years there. JUCO doesn't count towards Division I. 2 years at Appalachian State, 1 year at Tennessee. That's a 3. Now, you don't have to be a math surgeon to understand 3 doesn't equal 4. So, of course, he would get another year if he files as a plaintiff in this lawsuit, and he's joined it. I think he's easily going to win because the judge has already ruled and given an injunction to Diego. Why would he not do so for Joey Aguilar, who was in the exact same situation that Diego was last year when Diego only had 3 years in Division I? So I just felt like this was a no-brainer the entire time. And this is all over X, Fox Sports Knoxville. You can see right here, 1 more year question. You can almost take the question mark off, as far as I'm concerned. Here we go, 1 more year of eligibility. Now everybody's on this, which is great. So anyway, we've been talking about this and talking about it, and I've been doing videos, and I'm going to continue to do videos on this because this interests me to no end. First of all, it's a lawsuit against the NCAA, so you know I'm all about that. And then Joey being our quarterback, and how much I know I want him to come back 1 more year, so we've got a good, steady captain at the helm. Now, we've got some great young quarterbacks, but they have no experience. One will be a redshirt freshman in George McIntyre. The other one is Faison Brandon. He'll be a true freshman, which true freshmen never succeed in the SEC, not at quarterback. And then we've got another fella, Merklinger, who he's probably going to be the odd man out, and that's nothing personal against him, but he'll probably end up in the portal. Now, the great thing about that is he's not going to be stuck on a bench the way it used to be. You know, you'd be lucky if you got to start as a junior or a senior a lot of times. Now you can transfer and you don't sit on that bench and waste your skills. He can go make money and get to play somewhere, which I want that for every player. I'm a former Division I player myself. Let me assure you, as somebody who sat on the bench about half the time in my sport and then played the other half, the half when I was on the bench sucked, okay? It is no bueno. So I want these guys to get to play, and it's obvious to me that Joey's going to get another year, I think. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but I highly doubt it.
How's bragging camp going?
Anyway, wanted to break this news to you. I think this is fantastic. I'm thrilled about it. I'm happy for Joey. I'm happy for the team, Vol Nation. And he needs to get 4 years in Division I because of NIL, the ability to make money. The Sherman Act protects him. I think he's going to win. If you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Let's me know. Continue to cover all these big college sports stories. If you've not subscribed, boom, boom, boom. Hit that button right there. It won't cost you a dime. Help you get my videos. And right over here is the most recent video. YouTube, thanks, you'll enjoy. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay. Finally, some good news I can report.
I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Thank you both very much. I owe you both a debt of gratitude.